Back to Coast, Ted Broer with us, and we're going to take calls with Ted in a moment as well. Ted, let's go back to Morgellons, however people pronounce this thing. What are these little fibers that are sticking out of people?
Well, they're a cross-domain species. It's an insect combined with a plant combined with a fungus. It's a very complicated technology in how they did this. But what they do is they spray you with a synthetic DNA, which allows them to control you with the piezoelectric crystals and the energy fields with the stuff they do to you. But let's go ahead and start on the Morgellons and go into detail. These are basically nanotags, George. They're used primarily to track people. They're self-replicating hollow fibers. They read your DNA, transforms it into a radio signal to broadcast information through basically smartphones, the iPads. It basically ties you into this entire matrix. It's not a big deal if your body is prepared, it can handle it. But if your body's weak due to really bad diets, or if you've got a lot of yeast in your system, or you're contaminated with heavy metals like vaccines, it can really wreak havoc on your system. And the way they make it work is as an antenna. They're using the HARP technology as a source, the antenna systems around the planet, including the Doppler radar systems, the sea-based radar domes, the Gwen towers, the cell towers. They use the compounds aluminum, barium, and strontium. You know, this is part of the military and intelligence community. They've done this together. Number one, they use piezoelectric crystal spraying and absorb it into your system, through the chemtrails. That allows you to shift frequency by converting microwaves and biodigestible light. This sends light into the DNA, reading it out into the DNA of the body. This is processed by the Morgellons antenna, and it's processed by the intelligence community to read our state of mind. It can also insert the energy through HARP or the antenna fields or the Gwen towers to control our minds. The information is connected to quantum computers. This is the artificial intelligence that I talked about earlier, which can be used to insert neuro-linguistic programming. So it makes you have a very angry, like remember a couple of months ago, they had this massive riot broke out in the Louisville Mall, and there were 1,500 people beating each other up for no reason. I don't know if it was used there, but it could have been used there. This controls the intention field, which controls the hologram of the planet. These demons or whatever, these fallen angels or whatever you want to call doing all of this stuff, they know that we can control our reality by our thinking. Therefore, they want to turn our thinking upside down. They want to do everything as backwards from what God wants to do.
Are they experimenting on us, Ted, at this point?
Oh, no, they've dialed it in.
That's already done.
Now. Yeah, the quantum computer only picks up war, so it manipulates the attention field for more war, more stress, more anxiety. The technology, like I mentioned earlier, that was used, for a satanic sacrifice, and that's why the Bible tells us to think on the good, think from above, not think on all this negative stuff. It's kind of like, George, you get up in the morning, and you and your wife or your husband get into a big fight and start yelling at each other. The rest of the day usually ends up bad. Okay?
It doesn't start off well like that.
No. This is what the quantum computer is supposed to be doing. It puts out this frequency globally through all of these different towers. In the center of the entire thing, we have the synthetic RNA that is sprayed. This puts artificial intelligence into our bodies. This is totally demonic stuff. But remember, these demons are ruled by Lucifer, and they do this to extract energy from humans. The Bible says, as Satan runs about as a roaring lion, seeking those whom he may devour. And that's exactly what's going on with all of this stuff. This is what's happening with transhumanism. We are inspired by this artificial intelligence who is running the program and controlled by the Rothschild globalist, programs to destroy human beings. And again, this is to destroy God's creation. These satanic worshipers say, let me participate in your power. These demons, they serve Lucifer, and he gives them stuff. It's like the Hollywood music industry is a perfect example of this stuff. Of this example, it's so obvious that this Kabbalistic teaching shows them how to call up demons and perform rituals to feed to them.